Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Denver Broncos taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
A terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Derrick Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And that gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On second down now, it's Henry, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Jaguars nothing.
On third down, he'll drop to throw, and he'll get this underneath to Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Incomplete.
The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On second down, it's Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Broncos on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and it can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 5. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Looking to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tavon Young in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
13 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
Now they try the right side here. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes our score 17-0. Rodgers on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now this throw caught left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Aguilar has it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jarnell Mooney as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
The point after.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Prater for the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Rodgers on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being in Tennessee, where it'll be the Titans at home in Nashville, taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the LA Rams. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Rodgers on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. as his guys continue to pour it on. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they sure he's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point good by Prater, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Mooney. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's 3rd down and 4.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Good. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
He's across midfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Henry. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Is good. Makes the score Broncos 34.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. at their own 29.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Again, it's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And the busy night for Henry continues. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
22-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd down.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At their 48-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run with Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
This is Henry. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Broncos, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will move them back to 3 and 2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire